What's really good? Oh my God, we're live here from Combo Breaker 2017. I'm Ski Sonic here with Renegade, and we're going to be bringing you the top 8 of Capcom versus SNK 2, folks. Old games never die.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this, Ski. CVS2 is my favorite game of all time. I grew up on it. It got me in the competitive scene. I love it. Yeah, everything that's like good, broken, busted, whatever. Bring it all, and we'll have a great top 8 here for you today.
There's a lot of good, a lot of broken, and a lot of busted, but it all boils together to make really one of the best fighting games I think that we've seen from Capcom in all the time that they've been making games like this.
It is their magnum opus, Ski. Like you basically have all of the grooves, all the subsystems, all of the stealing from the good ideas from SNK, all in one game, and we just love it.
Yeah, and if your character isn't good in one groove, you can often find another groove, another setup, another loadout that is more applicable. So, you've got your C groove with your rolls, but you've got K groove with runs and short hops. So you can figure out what's really the best loadout for you.
Yeah, and also other grooves, you have your A groove, the custom combo groove, coming back from the Alpha series, and the always deadly but an underrated P groove, giving each character a possible parry to open their opponent up and land a big, devastating combo.
Yeah, we won't see too much P groove today, I'm sure, but shouts out to all of our P groove warriors out there. We might see a little bit of N groove.
Yes.
In this top 8.
N groove is great. It's based on the advanced mode from KOF 98. Mm-hmm. It's got run, low jump, roll. You have your popping, your activation of your level 3, and has some other things that are not found in any other group, such as counter roll and something else. But it's very good, and it's always been kind of rumored as a secret top tier group because it didn't have as much use as the other ones, but on paper potentially was always just as good and just as competitive.
On paper, I think it has the most subsystems of any groove, and it really took a certain kind of player to be able to take all of that stuff and bring it out at a high level.
Mm-hmm. Even one of the original champion of EVO used N-Groove, and it was none other than Takedo Murderface.
Wow.
In 2002, he used N-Groove Honda using the forbidden art of roll canceling and plowed through all the American competition.
Yeah, that guy has been cheap for well over a decade.
Always been cheap. But before that, not many American players were utilizing the technique known as roll canceling. And after that, it very caught on and was always contentious, throughout the game's lifespan.
Yeah, that was the year when it really was discovered, but it took a little while, like you said before, players were able to integrate it into their game. Tokido was one of the guys at the forefront. At the time, using a lot of the charge moves, but in the later years, when players got better at using RC for the button press moves, roll cancel Honda became a very different character.
Yes, and while there's always been some contentious on whether or not roll canceling is fair, it's in the game, and it needs to be taken advantage of. And there's also positives and negatives to using the technique. It gives you additional vulnerability to throws, and it has just as much vulnerability as the special move as it's recovering. So it doesn't make anything more safe. It doesn't make anything. It actually delays the startup of the move. So it's not something that can overpower your opponent single-handedly. It's a technique in an arsenal that you can use.
Yeah, it's definitely something we'll be seeing a little bit to a lot in this top 8. We've got a good assortment of players. Jaba is in the top 8. Justin Wong is in the top 8. So those are two folks that are roll canceling a little bit less. But then you've got somebody like Bass, and all of his special moves could very well be invincible.
Yeah, so Boss will do things where he will purposefully mess up his custom combo to bait you into trying to attack him, only to roll cancel that vulnerable window.
That's so slimy.
Yeah, to give you to reset yourself. And I've seen him do it. That's why he's the best. And at the end of the CVS2's run in EVO, and ever since, Boss has always been the best in the world. And it's pretty much he's the guy to beat. He's the guy with the target on his back.
Yeah, and he's going to be running up against Chris G. That's going to be the guy that's trying to take that target down. And that rounds out our winner's side of the top 4. You're still alive in this tournament.
I am still alive in this tournament. I got out of losers. I had a close match, but I was on the not victorious side against Jabali, which is something that my East Coast brethren will not let me live down.
I'm not happy.
Yeah, me
I'm
neither.
not happy.
I dropped the combo. I got a little clammy. It happens sometimes.
That's the worst way to go out, man.
Yeah. I've never been known for my great tournament nerves. I mean, I always admire the people that can go up there on that stage and perform just as well as they can do on their couch at home. It's a skill, and the people with the ice water in their veins are usually the ones that are holding up the hardware at the end of the day.
Today is going to be your chance to see what you've got, but first, we finally found our elusive winners bracket competitor. Justin Wong made his way to the stage, and he's going to be up against Jabali.
Excellent.
So, you said you were in Jabali's pool. What has he been bringing today?
He's been bringing K-Groove Team Scrub.
Yeah.
That's K-Groove, Cammy, Sagat, Blanca. Well, actually, no, he doesn't. He actually, instead of Sagat, he brings Hibiki to the table.
Yeah.
And Hibiki's his best character. Hibiki's a very underrated character and has very good matches against the best characters in the game, but has some weaknesses against some mid and higher tier characters. Such like with great mobility, like Rolento or Morrigan or Iori, people that can get around her defenses.
Yes.
So he puts her second in a pretty good spot, and he usually has a Blanca to anchor out the team, which is pretty good. K Blanca is a very strong character, and with that low jump roundhouse, can just sort of dominate the offense. So here we go, we're starting.
A lot of these matches are pivotal in the first character matchup, so look to see how this thing goes down. But we got CVS2 top 8 going down. Echo Fox's Justin Wong up against CEO Jabali.
All right, let's bring it old school, guys. Let's get hyped.
Justin going to be wanting to control that neutral game. When he gets a knockdown, if he can get that RC, the HP Crystal Flash, the rolling Crystal Flash, that one's safe on block. Something that he's going to want to throw out liberally against this K-Groove.
Yeah. Vega's one of the few characters that just out-footsies Cammy, can keep her out. She wants to get in his grill and really mess stuff up. He lost the claw. That's very important to keep her out. So let's see how this goes.
Justin has to do a good job of mixing up those anti-airs against Jabali with the jump-ins. They just defend.
Yep. CVS2, Vega can lose his mask. That makes him take more damage when his mask is off.
Justin, you're trying to use every tool in his arsenal, but the rush down Cammy, very hard to stop. Very penetrating offense with really any character.
Wow, he took that first game. Cammy is strong, ladies and gentlemen. Run, hit fierce, it works. Ooh, that close fierce is +10. It only can do any one of the Cammy's moves.
Justin deciding to play conservative so far, holding on to the meter. Doesn't want to overextend himself for a possible punish. He's looking for something guaranteed.
Oh, goes for the pump ball there to kill Cammy. That's great to get her out. That's a bad matchup for Chun. It gets worse when she doesn't have any meter. Luckily, she uses the meter to get her off the stage.
Now, speaking of bad matches for Chun, this one's supposed to be in Hibiki's favor, but Justin definitely experienced in this matchup, and I've seen him make it look completely even or worse for Hibiki.
The big key here is for him to utilize that stand strong in order to land these combos and get some mix-ups.
Quick cross under there, and Justin's got himself a comfortable lead here. The level 1 is still lethal, so Jabali really needs to be careful about leaving himself vulnerable.
Oh, he missed the anti-air because of the wall jump there. It's tricky. Goes for the overhead, whips it.
It's one of Justin's skills in this matchup. He really takes Hibiki out of her comfort zone. She's supposed to be able to anti-air Chun-Li free just like that.
Yep.
But Justin knows how to mix it up. Jabali working down the guard bar.
The key thing is as Chun stands strong versus Hibiki's low jab and low medium swords. It's hard to get around those swords.
Nice whiff punish from Jabali.
Good anti-air. No, that ambiguous jump roundhouse cross up. You don't know which way to block it.
Ooh, let it go.
I think he was counting on being able to chip her out no matter what.
Wasn't guaranteed, but Jabali will eat it.
Yeah. All right, got Blanca in the back. Blanca's a great anchor. He's very versatile, can come back. Always a threat. He's got that surprise back dash, which is invulnerable on startup.
It's a good scout from Jabali to avoid the spinning bird kick traps, something that this character is a bit susceptible to. Justin mixing it up.
Yep.
Perfectly placed for the guard break, but Justin doesn't want to go for the combo. He missed the link earlier. He's playing conservative.
Oh, didn't hit him on the ground. That's tough. He's going to eat a super for his trouble. It's really hard to punish the Blanca balls with as hard as you can, because you have to hit him when he's on the ground and be able to hit him with that strong.
Right.
And then at the same time, cancel in the super. He missed it there.
Down to the anchors.
Sagat versus Blanca. I've never seen this before.
Sigurd Sagat has that wall, that very solid, methodical game.
Yeah, this is over. Oh, he canceled it early.
Stylish, man.
Yeah, it's just going to cancel it early. Sigurd Sagat is pretty much the footsie king of this game. Anytime he's got a level 2, he's got a whole lot of depth behind any one of his pokes. His fierces go into level 2s, his jabs into low forward. Any mistake can lead to half your life. So that's why he's just so threatening. And it's worth tossing out those other subsystems like low jump or anything, just to have that sort of meter efficiency of the level 2 special cancel.
Yeah, it's huge for him, and he's got enough otherwise. He's got a few different choices of anti-airs to mess with the K-groove, just defend in the air. But really, against Blanca, he wants to get close and start working those jabs, and that's exactly what we saw from Justin. Second game here.
All right. But, I mean, that was a competitive game. It was good to see. You know, everybody was playing pretty well, and not a washout or anything. So
it's looking very similar. Jabali is recognizing how strong Vega is in the neutral game, but he doesn't care, because if he gets in and makes chaos, Cammy's going to severely out-damage Vega.
That could have been in right there. Whenever a K group is on fire like that, whenever they're raged, they do 35% more damage on their normals and specials.
Jabali is forcing Justin to be a little bit more active on defense. Press a few buttons in between these strings, really take some risk, but they're now paying off for Justin.
One of the disadvantages about K-Groove is that you do not have any sort of alpha counter or counter move to utilize while in block stun. So it leaves the group really susceptible to moves like Vega's rolling Crystal Crash, which is safe on block.
This is a bit more favorable matchup for Vega. He's able to jump in a little bit on Hibiki and make her anti-airs whiff the same way that Justin was doing with Chun-Li. It's even easier for Vega.
Yeah, he also has to space those slides perfectly, otherwise he's going to catch a low jab to slash as a retaliation.
But if it's somebody that can space those slides correctly, Justin's going to be the guy.
Does the Raging, not the Raging.
We'll call it the Raging Storm. And Jabali...
Deadly Rave.
Yeah, the Deadly Rave, that's what that move is called. Jabali was a hit away from the chip, let it all go.
Does it with the running slash and chips out Vega.
Yeah, he'll scoop that up, losing out just a little bit more life that he might have had, but it looked like he was perhaps respecting the counter, the alpha counter play from Justin, but Justin was still a step ahead.
Yep. This, another part about this is that it's really difficult for Chun-Li. It's difficult for her to anti-air. Oh, he just goes straight into level 2, level 1. He left a lot of damage on the table there. If he had optimized that combo, we would be looking at a dead Hibiki.
Bailey opened himself up there, just getting a little bit impatient. The run slash against somebody like Chun-Li is very dangerous. That's punishable on hit versus many characters in many instances. So Justin is going to see that and react every time.
All right, so Chun has no meter. This is a pretty dangerous situation for her, so she's got to get at least that level 1 there in order to have any kind of damage threat against Blanca.
Cross-up attacks, very strong in this game. As long as you find your spacing, you can make yourself very, very hard to anti-air. And that's what we're seeing a lot of this jockeying for position for in this matchup.
And Electricity does several ticks of damage of chip and is also extremely positive on block. So there's almost no reason for Blanca not to use it in close range block strings.
Nice cross-up of the defenses there from Justin. Jabali, what on earth?
Yeah, that's a poor call right there.
He got away with it. Justin didn't go for the full combo. Again, the Chun-Li link, crouch jab, crouch strong, it's a very hard link to hit, and you'll see a lot of Chun-Li players forego the cancel into the super because you don't really have enough time to reliably confirm the hit and cancel.
Yeah, it's about a like a true one or two, like a 2-frame link, I think. But it's no matter. It's a hard link, and people miss it all the time. So it's going into that strong into the super is an act of faith.
I gave him a little bit of the classic walk up, roll through preemptively through the slide.
All right.
Unloaded the level 2 combo. Justin's in a great position here. Oh, he just ran into the fist.
Yeah, that crouch fierce is the stuff of legend. I believe if they ever put Sagat in Marvel, that crouch fierce would be a super.
I would spend meter on that crouch fierce. Here's working the jabs. This is just the worst position to be in. You can just defend these all day, but it's not going to really get you anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do enough.
No, sir.
Yeah, there he goes.
And he's still got the guard break, and he's just going to say jab.
Justin's playing with his food now.
Elbows. Elbows. 300 more seconds left of this. I don't know.
He's giving him the people's elbow. Blocks that one again.
Elbows. Elbows.
JD Clinic.
Elbows. Hello.
Oh, man.
He's going to give him another meter. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Elbows.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is why Sagat's close stand jab is so good.
Just defending does not get you in a better position frame-wise, so Justin Wong, once he got Blanc into the corner, gave him the elbows.
Yeah, lots of elbows. Now, that only hits on certain members of the cast.
While they're crouching.
Cast members have different sizes in this game as much as another, but it's very important in this game because a lot of very important moves for different characters will whiff crouching characters when they're really short.
Yeah.
Blanc and Sagat. Sagat was one of the tallest characters in the game. Blanc is also a very tall character. So, oh man, Chris is showing off his Morrigan, his waifu.
Wow.
She is in this game. He doesn't play her.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Seems like the perfect character for him.
Yeah, she's very Morgan at high level play was made famous by Campbell Tran Bucktooth, who literally wrote the book on her. You can go to GameFAQs.com right now and look up his strategy guides with Morgan and Inyori. He basically made her a mix-up heavy character in groove, and it was very, very effective against a lot of different people back in the day, and got him some top 8s.
Yeah, she's a character that has a few bad matches, but a lot of very good ones. The only reason I say it's the perfect character is because he's wearing a scarf of her.
Yep.
Otherwise, could be anybody.
Yeah. So I believe this is a button check.
He has ratio 4 Riot, so yeah.
I have seen some ratio 4s today.
I don't want to ask about that. We'll talk about that later.
All right, it's also a special move check. So one of the things that I admire, but so Boss's team is basically, he uses Vega.
Claw.
Claw Vega, yes. Then Bison, and
Dictator.
then Blanca. Dictator, and then Blanca. For a long time, the top A group team of this game was always argued to have Sakura on it. And mostly it would be something like, Sakura in the middle, and Bison in the end, and some varied forms of that.
Sakura, Bison, Blanca.
Yeah. So Boss will puts Vega in the front, mostly cause havoc in the game meter. If he uses, you got him in the middle here. See if he actually keeps him in the middle.
Yeah, it's Vega in the front does well against a lot of other point characters. So that was kind of one of the reasons why the variation on the team started. But Boss is so strong that I've seen him just kind of switch the characters around. It almost feels like at will. It may be something matchup specific. It may even be crew specific.
Yeah, well, at this particular Bison, matchup, Bison actually does really well against Iori, and Claw does not.
That's very true. Very true.
Because Iori can't throw a fireball or anything like that because Bison just goes straight over.
Yeah, as long as Bison has charge, those fireballs are ill-advised. But if you're smart, then you can kind of eyeball the charge and then put the fireballs out when their time is less threatening. What you see from Boss is he's bolt canceling the doubles reverse. So he can, on reaction, decide, do I want to go in or not? And either way, he's going to get a ton of meter for that. So normally, you're thinking Bison is going to go second because he wants that meter to paint the fence. But look how fast he's got the meter already.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to spend it. Like right there, he's just going to do a guard crush string because he missed the conversion.
The patience and the defense from Chris G was strong there. He did not get mixed up.
One of the things about A group that makes it so strong is that even if you do miss the initial activation, if you get hit out of it, you still keep half the meter.
Yeah.
Which is, probably they should have adjusted that.
Hey, man.
Every other game custom combos have been in, you lose the entire thing if you miss it.
I'm fine with it personally as an A group player. Now,
I'm sure.
nice link in the corner situation. You can put these corner cross-ups on the opponent, make it so tough for them to block and still end up right back outside of the corner. That's what we call painting the fence. Tom Sawyer in the building.
That fence is painted. The only games that Bison Dictator has that move. It's called the Psycho Banish. It's actually supposed to be an anti-fireball move. Little did they know.
Yeah.
All right, with that combo into the level 3 there, he actually gets Dictator out of the way.
Take it with a trade. He'll take that.
Ryu, like about as mid-tier as they come here in CBS 2. So it is possible to take your favorite character and make it work.
Yeah, it's true, and he doesn't have a terrible matchup against this Vega if he can get those run jabs started, run strongs as well, give him a good frame advantage.
Now, the Crystal Flashes aren't safe against in-group because they have both counter roll and counter attack, so you can knock them off the field at the cost of a stock.
What it does not have in-group is any type of air defense, so the anti-airs of a character like Vega are strong. You see the stand roundhouse there. He's also got 2 air grabs, which are great, and he can jump back fierce as well if he really needs to in a pinch.
Yeah. So there he went. He did the random activate there. Oh, wow. Going up for the air.
He baited the counterattack. Had Chris gone with the counter roll, I think he still would have gotten punished in that situation.
It's possible. Now, Vega's just kind of annoying this out, controlling the space here.
When he forces you to attack is when Vega is at his strength. Playing that neutral, zoning, mid-range, semi-defensive game is where the character shines.
Yeah, and Vega doesn't even need that A group meter. Like, he can use it. He does okay damage. It's not something you're necessarily scared of, but it's just, I mean, he just randomly activated there in order to try to bait a reaction out of Chris and took advantage of it.
Yeah, that's what it's really all about with Vega. It's that you frustrate your opponent into a time when you really believe that the custom activation is going to land. They're just getting annoyed. You're not going to do too much damage off of that custom combo at any one point, but because of the sporadic movements of Vega, you can often just bait out an opportunity when the guy's trying to throw you or counter a throw.
Yeah, and unlike a lot of other games Vega is in, he can go on the offensive in this game as well. He's like, his jump with the claw, his jump fierce, the jump heavy punch is one of the best jump ins in the entire game. Yeah. He also has a sort of what we like to call a corpse hop, a dash that can go across the opponent, and it leads to some tricky situations. All right, let's see if Chris can change the situation. That was a very dominating performance by Boss.
Yeah, especially in this first matchup, he really needs to try to neutralize this Bison before the meter comes out.
I noticed he switched and he put Terry on his team.
Wow.
Unorthodox pick. Terry is a low mid-tier character in CBS 2. Popular among the fans, but not necessarily effective at higher levels of play.
I feel like you really just pick Terry Bogard when you feel like you have to believe in yourself. Everyone that I know that picked Terry Bogard really believes.
Yep. All right. He gets the cross under roll and gets into the bread and butter there and puts it in the corner, but retreats.
Oh, the read from Boss.
I mean, did he punish the pop there?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He had just committed to the jump activate, but it worked out that he was punishing the pop. And Chris had already given a little bit respect to the random activation on wake up, jumped away, but Boss said, I'm gonna do it, but not when you expect it.
Yeah, so just confident. This, Bison Dictator play is just very dominating.
You gotta believe.
Yeah. Again, Terry has the same ground style fireball that Iori has, which leaves him vulnerable to Psycho Crusher or Scissor Kick if he throws them out.
Yeah, they go right over top of it, and the recovery ain't great.
Yep.
But what Terry does have is large ability to break the guard bar. He can get you blocking.
He has a lot of semi-safe specials. The crack shoot, and if I'm not sure if Power Dunk's ever safe, but here we go, painting the fence. You notice how many hits he's getting per rotation, per fence thing. It's a 5-hit move. If you cancel it too early, you can notice that the combo meter only goes up 3 hits. That means you're doing it too fast. If you slow it down, do a DP every single time, you get all of the hits and all of the damage.
Easy does it.
All right, Ryu takes out the big threats, and he's got all of his stocks. He's got 3 stocks. Ryu doesn't necessarily have a super damaging, level 3 super out of utility. He does have the Shin Show, but you need to be really close in order to use that.
Yeah, it's not great in this game. What he's really worried about is not letting Boss get comfortable with this Vega and establish that mid-range game. He's already wasted the level 3, but he can shrug that off. He's still got the life that he'll need to take Blanca out. He just needs to keep the pressure going.
Yeah.
Vega crumbles to strong pressure, but Boss has great presence of mind.
If you can like, get him in, get his mask off, get his claw off, then you have a more vulnerable character. But he still has that, egg groove activate, which is very dangerous. I expect that to come out at any point.
Great placement on the crouching kicks from Boss. Putting that slide right at the tip.
Frustrating him with the low forward and the low strong at max range. Ryu doesn't have anything that reaches that far, so he needs to get inside. Ooh! That's what we call an okie doke, ladies and gentlemen. He feigned vulnerability by doing the close range Hadouken and punishes the punish attempt by just doing that prayer of a level 3, and it happened to work.
And he really felt how much Boss wanted to guard break him, and he took advantage of that. But Boss now with the full A groove meter, really tough for Ryu to mount any type of attack.
Any roll cancel electricity hit, it will be confirmed into an A group combo, and that will be death.
Chris is taking his time. He's building meter while he's avoiding this stuff, but nope.
Ooh.
Well, that's a drop.
Oh.
Lets it go. Oh, now he's going to get chipped. He doesn't have anything to do anything about the chip.
So that's roll cancel and action, ladies and gentlemen. By roll canceling the electricity, he had an invincibility window of the roll applied to the special move, which caused Ryu's Dragon Punch to fly harmlessly into the air, leaving him open for a counterattack.
Yeah. I like it, personally, as a Blanca player.
So I believe I am going up. So we'll have Min step in and be your guest commentator.
We're going to have Cleric. We got Cleric coming up. Very popular class in probably a bunch of games. What's up, Cleric?
It's going on. Not much. It's going good.
It's going really well, other than the fact that they did not warn me that I was going to be live in the room. I did not expect this. Surprised me. Just something that I'm learning to deal with it.
Yeah, you can hear yourself in the background a little bit. Might throw you off just a little bit.
So we have Nagata still alive up against Renegade. Nagata is from, I want to say, the eastern part of Canada, but who really knows anything about Canada? I don't.
I think he told me earlier he was from Toronto. I think it's what he said.
That's east. That's pretty far east. It's just north of Detroit. We know that.
Just north of Detroit.
That's all. That's
just north.
Just north. It's like right there. It's like right there.
It's a little kick across the pond, right?
Right there. So Nagata Lock's nickname actually used to be Kurt in this game, because he was the innovator of the Kurt system. That means cross up, roll, throw. Very solid. Very solid. Fundamental stuff here. And it looks like he's taking it all the way back with Kim. That's the character that he does it with. It's kind of thing that can be tricky. It takes away charge from a charge character. If you try to grab somebody out of the roll and they cross you up quickly, then you'll be whiffing the grab recovery and you can get punished. A little bit gimmicky, but it'll work out if you know how to run it.
Yeah, Renegade opted not to go with his Vice team this time around. A little more tried and true.
Yeah, the Iniori, definitely one of the stronger end characters. Nice command grab early on. Takes him out of the corner, but gets himself damaged. There's a cross-up roll throw to Kurt himself.
First roll. A lot of pressure on Guile right now. What you want to do. Will him keep those charges.
Wow, he's giving him his own business. Seen a lot of sweeps go unpunished today, but that's just the strength of the spacing. It takes
finish.
That much longer to recognize what the punish is, and guys are getting away with it. Just straight rush down from Renegade's Iori. That's exactly how you want to do it with Ingrid Iori. He's got roll cancel records that are going to be safe on block. Short jump roundhouse is strong and can be canceled to the dragon punch on hit.
You gotta be careful with Kim though. Kim has his own strong roll zone. You want to go too ham on it, you get in trouble.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see these guys roll through each other.
Roll grab.
Reacting to the roll there. Fakes the cross-up roll.
That was a quick cancel.
It's one of the shortest rolls in the game, and I couldn't tell what side he was going to end up on. Kim, a very uncommon character, and can throw people off for that reason. That was a double cross-up. Had himself back on the original side, but nice defense from Renegade there.
Throw.
Faked the throw that time, and he had the counter hit. Just went for the conservative combo there.
Cross up. Go behind him. Put him back in the corner. Out of the corner. Just back in the
All
corner.
the okey doke stuff is coming out here. What
It's
year
like
is
ping
this?
pong, going back and forth and out of the corner.
These guys are bringing back every old trick in the CZS2 guidebook here.
He's smiling about it too.
And we're seeing Renegade be a little bit conservative with the jabs. He's not looking for the strong link. He's not looking for the strong link cancel super. We saw that from Justin, and now we're seeing it from Renegade as well.
We got his Vega on anchor too with ratio 2. Unusual, especially if you get stuck without a claw, but that depends how things go the rest of the match.
If you get stuck without a mask, then that's like your ratio 2 taking extra damage. He finally went for it, drops it, and just a slide punish. Nagata decides to hold on to the meter.
Staying aggressive.
These neutral jumps, and like Renegade talked about earlier, the jump fierce and the jump roundhouse can be
Guard
tough
crash.
for Chun-Li to anti-air.
Keeping him right. So Vega stuck in the corner. Oh, she gets out now.
And Renegade's landed so many throws with this Chun-Li. Went for another one just there. Not a true block string, and Renegade's got a button available. A lot of throws from Chun-Li. We could recognize that rather than trying to go for the hard combo, Renegade dropped it on purpose most of the time to go for a throw mix-up.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So that may be
Exactly.
that may be something that that Nagata Lock wants to look at in the next round, and just expect there to be a hole right there, whether it's going to be a tick throw, whether it's going to be a stutter jab. He's going away from the combo, so that'll be something, a possible opening.
Putting Kim on point.
This is gonna be a match.
Should be a little bit better.
A little better against Iori than Guile was. Wasted no time getting started though.
Yeah, he's got just a good horizontal range on that jump roundhouse. Nice bait there. Kim does not have great punishes. He doesn't have a really solid link into a special like a lot of other characters have. But he does have really good buttons and a good roll.
Good normals, good spacing. A lot of damage potential.
Didn't see that one coming. He could have avoided the guard crush. Still fight anybody's game in this first round.
Nice roll.
Roll DP. Roll flash kick. Putting it all on the line for 10%. It's all right. They got to lock the first round.
Puts him up one character this time around. Feels a little more comfortable for him. Got Chun though.
This is just one of those strategic situations where you want to take Kim out without taking too much damage off of your Chun-Li, and now Kim gets the opportunity to go crazy and make the hard read based on what he knows your game plan is. It's not too terrible for either player there. Renegade will get back a sizable chunk of that life, but Godalock was able to do some solid damage. He still got his meter.
Live and let die. Fight.
I'm not sure how much better Guile against Chun-Li was compared to Guile against Fiori. Probably not. Still a rushdown issue.
Yeah, it's not great. But we're not really seeing too many of the RCs. We're not seeing that solid Guile wall.
Oh, caught him on the roll.
That's classic stuff. So bad. Whiff punish.
All-American kick. First time we've seen Blanca this set.
The short jumps are tough for Guile to deal with. Big read on the flash kick there. Unless he actually reacted to the slide, he might have. Yeah, the cross-ups are still strong against Guile in this game. Flash kick is not a great anti-cross-up tool. So if Blanca can get the knockdown and get good position on the cross-up, then the electricity is going to be there.
Activate's going in. He's looking for that chance to roll him behind.
It's really kind of a weakness of the Godalock team. None of them do great against short jumps. You sort of need to have the read on the short jumps.
I mean, Vega's got some long normals, but not necessarily quick up close like that.
Exactly. Oh!
Wow.
Oh! He committed, and
He just
the
goes
level
for it.
3 is there. Oh, level 1?
I didn't see the meter.
Level 1? Gotta pay attention to those meters. Us aside. I mean, us as well.
Replay's a little behind.
Renegade takes it. And he's coming back. The Renegade's going to be sitting waiting for his next matchup. And we've got Muffin. We should have Muffin Man.
Muffin Man and all of Guardian.
Oh, we have Muffin Man. He's right here.
Muffin Man to our right.
So whether you are here live at Combo Breaker or if you are at home, thank you for joining us on Friday. This is the first day, so we're getting things underway on our Capcom side of the brackets with Capcom versus SNK 2, classic competitive game. One of the mainstays of the fighting game community for years and years. One of the most hallowed America versus Japan battlegrounds. NorCal versus SoCal, East Coast versus West Coast. There's a lot of history in this game.
Where I got my start in the FGC as far as watching competitive stuff was SVC2. Watching what people could do compared to me, my younger self, you know. Younger self.
Yeah.
Watching it, seeing what all they could do, and I'm putting myself to shame. Like, oh, I gotta practice at this game. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Frame data was a foreign word back at that time, so you start looking stuff up. You're like, oh, that stuff matters.
Yeah, this is the game that actually a lot of players learned about frame data through. You know, the guidebook kind of came out. People got their hands on it. And we had guys like Bucktooth really teaching players how to use frame data for the first time. It was something that was not extremely popular in the American fighting game scene until this time. And of course, afterwards with Street Fighter 4, it became almost common for a lot of players.
Did I just see S-Screw? Is that what I just saw?
I actually wasn't looking.
I think I just saw S-Screw.
Might have seen S-Screw. I don't think so.
I think so.
Oh my God.
That's what I saw.
Never thought we would. this is one thing I definitely didn't think we would have to worry about today. S-Groove gets the dodge.
Yep.
Sort of like a stationary roll, but it has no true recovery time, actually. You can dodge infinitely and still be able to block coming out of it.
And start, mid, and end frames of dodge are all invincible. Can't be touched.
Muffin Man with the K-Groove, all of Guardian. Bringing the unorthodox S-Groove. Decent team for it.
And watch that red health, too, on Blanca's side. Got that red health condition, see it flashing there.
So now you get unlimited level 1s. But you have really slim pickings for the level 3 now. The meter charges much more slowly.
Bison kind of going a little reckless. Blanca takes advantage.
The thing about the S-Groove is that it always throws you off the first few times you play it if you haven't played it, and you're always looking for the grab. But good S-Groove players know how to neutralize that, know how to space it well. And Olive Guardian is really just mixing up if he comes out of the dodge with an attack or not.
And he's waiting to see what gets thrown out there and see what he does in response to the middle of the dodge. Smart way of doing it. Wake up DP.
I think he got him with chip on that one.
I think, yeah, it's just wake up chip.
The answer was dodge again.
Dodge.
Dodge.
Yes.
Always dodge.
Learn to dodge. Building a lot of meter.
It's pretty good if you build the meter, if you charge it to just like right about here, you will get the meter. If you're going to do a combo, you'll usually get it. But if you get hit down to the red, then you'll usually have the level 3 available. At this point, he's not likely to have it.
Not just having a throwing match right now.
Yeah, and being powered up with the level 1 doesn't really help you in stopping the Sagat getting in your face. Dirty anti-air with the air-to-air.
Just sits there and charges it.
Takes a while to get that level 3, and he lets Sagat back in his face as a result. That's really one of the things about S-Groove. Meter management is really tough. If you charge it early and you get the level 1, then by the time you get down to the life on level 3, you normally won't have it, so you kind of need to hedge for the in-between game, and not a lot of players actually figured that out.
Yeah, he's charging up quite a bit, maybe charging up too often early. Athena.
Command grab, gets the juggle.
Oh, it's ratio 1. I didn't pay attention. Who was on ratio 2 for one before?
It was Honda.
Honda.
Yeah, I mean, Athena has a great crouch fierce, but she has to do so much damage at this point. Muffin Man, first game.
Try again. Cute.
Gotta wonder if Guardian's gonna make any adjustment. Honda did not really get too much work done as a ratio 2 and in the middle.
Sticking with S-Groove though.
That's his groove, that's his groove. Honda's still ratio 2. See if he wants to switch his order. Sticks with the same. I mean, putting that ratio 1 Athena in the back, if you're behind, she has to do so much work. She is not a highly damaging character. This time, switches to E Honda in the back, or at least have a powerhouse in the back. Cross up electricity.
Good use of the charge, sitting there baiting up your charge while you building the meter, letting it loose when you jump. Dodging. Using that dodge quite a bit.
Yeah, he's really just baiting Muffin Man in and coming out with a button when Muffin Man's not ready for it, or getting a whiff punish sometimes.
Yeah,
that's gonna hurt.
hurt.
Oh, and the last hit for the dramatic KO. Thought he was done. He could have let that go, but he did not want to see any more of that block. Athena's up now. Not a great matchup for her. Bison really neutralizes a lot of her great specials. But without the RC, we'll see what he can get. We'll see what Guardian can do. Got that teleport, we can get her out of the corner. She's got the slow moving cycle ball. She can use that to create cross-ups, and she's got the command grab we saw earlier.
Bison just kind of all over the screen right now.
That crouch heavy punch from Athena, it's pretty utility. One more will do it. Works as an anti-air, works as a poke. Ooh, surprise.
Put yourself in the corner. Is there a jab out there, or was it?
I think that he was in recovery, so he just had to block.
This is gonna be a
Or I
match to
think
remember.
I think he didn't have enough time to do anything except dodge.
He's charging up early there again.
Yeah, it
Cross
goes
up
into the
six.
goes into the next matchup without the meter. You charge the level 1 very quickly, but again, the level 3 charges so slowly. You really need to find a middle ground. This is not a great matchup for Honda, generally, as it is in every game. Dodge will help him out just a little bit, but doesn't really do too much to change the matchup. Just getting outplayed, Muffin Man right now. Guardian is just picking the best pokes. A few guesses go his way as well, and he's taking a huge chunk off of Muffin Man's Sagat already.
Yeah, he's playing patient and smart. What you're gonna have to do is sit back there charging. Picking his spots. That's
Cross
wow,
up.
cross up sit. Wow.
The jump-in JDs did not help Muffin Man. Guardian knew the correct anti-air to at least cause enough of a bounce to put himself into a good position. So we're in an even position.
Right now an R2 Cammy. Gotta look to get inside here a little bit.
She's not going to be able to punish a lot of these headbutts without the K-Groove super
Jump throw.
Yeah, just no punish available on that. At least not in that position. Now Guardian is really taking some chances now. He's just had a lead, but he's throwing it away
Block
here.
there.
Honda really a defensive character. Once he gave up that lead, it was slim pickings. Muffin Man
Muffin Man with the win.
taking the set. Nice answers back. Nice tries with the S groove there from Guardian, but Honda's really a character that sits on the lead. Look at his down back animation. He's just sitting there waiting for anything to happen. If you're forced to go get somebody and try to make the comeback happen with Honda, you're normally in a bad position.
It's good seeing S groove though and seeing how it gets utilized a little bit. You don't see it very often.
I'm glad to see that we saw an S groove in the top 8. We're gonna see.
A little replay here.
Yeah, he was getting a lot of work done with that K groove, with the S groove blocker, with the dodges.
That last hit.
But the last hit on the Psycho. Yeah, he might have been in recovery, and that was a real punish. I think that was a true punish with that level 3. And this one, he kind of gave up his position.
Spike down, spike back up.
Guardian gave up his position with Honda. He's doing very well using the headbutt as an anti-air. Even against the K-Groove, that was working out for him. But once he tried to go snatch the win back, that's when things got really bad. We're moving on here in the losers bracket. We're at the losers quarterfinals.
We got Renegade versus Chris G. Should be a
This is
butt
gonna
check.
be a match to remember. Fight.
I think this is it.
Or
Renegade,
live. Are we live?
Renegade made the switch.
Device.
Bring out the Vice. Didn't want to play that Iori mirror match. Oh, the whiff. Nice punish from Chris G.
Good reverse, go back to the corner.
Cross up roll. Really hard to see against a character like Iori. Wake up super response from Renegade. Chance to get some pressure back. Quick roll from Chris, and another big whiff punish on the tackle. And a chip.
Chip out.
Didn't even have any meters available for a counter or anything. Great round from Chris G.
This battle is about to explode.
Chun should be a little bit better in this case.
Yeah, her jumps work out quite well against Iori, despite being so lofty.
We got those short jumps coming in. His legs. A lot of cross-up potential. Sitting there just stuck in the corner. I see guard blocks coming too. Still coming.
He delayed that. I don't even know if that was going to guard break, but the delay worked out for him. Moment-to-moment play from Chris G. Excellent right now.
Building up that meter, doing better now.
Beautiful spacing from Chris. Getting as much damage, much value out of this last sliver of life with Iori as he can. Now he's threatening with the level 3. Limits Renegade's options.
See him with the trip up, throwing the projectiles. Ooh. Good anti-air, following up with the projectiles.
He'll take that. Try to get a little bit saucy on the third hit of the record. That is an overhead, but very, very punishable on one.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
Kim in a couple hits could take out Chun. Wouldn't take much. One good string and it's over on that side.
Renegade working that guard bar in the
Stuck on
corner.
the corner though.
Pops another. Christie takes a risk
And
with
there it
the
is.
flash kick alternative. Works out for him. Chris with a really sizable lead. Looks like he's pretty content to play a little bit more defense and sit on it. Given some respect though, of course, Wonka has some incredibly great pokes to crouch roundhouse. Crouch fierce. And he's got a good jump arcs. Chris recognizes that just sitting there might be ill-advised. He's got to put out a little bit of offense.
Yeah, good roll cancel options. Haven't really seen much yet. Hasn't had to. Just kind of sitting there poking his timeout.
And now down to just the in-groove ratio to Ryu. This is still a very, very winnable match for Renegade, Wonka, and he's got the meter advantage. Roll cancel, rolling attack from Blanca is tough to punish for in-groove Ryu. I think he needs a level 3.
Even level 3 won't reach him in time, and that's pretty close.
You know, I'm not going to commit to anything. We
Yeah.
won't see it this one.
With a run up strings, look at that.
That was
Just
lovely.
run up jab, run up jab, run up jab.
Yeah, level 1s do not have great invincibility in this game. So Chris just with solid pressure in the corner. And the only options that Renegade had at that point was RC wake up, try to block something and then maybe counter roll through it. Chris playing very, very strategically, putting himself in a good, smart positions.
Opta moving to C groove now. Interested to see if he keeps Vice around this time. Ah. Honda Bison. Fairly big switch up from before.
This is a lame team.
This is gonna be a
I
match.
would
All the
say.
charging.
Yeah,
Lots of charging.
he doesn't really need to attack at all, especially if he can RC his charge moves reliably.
See how much time he spends in down back. Right now, not much of a chance to.
Yeah, he can RC rolling attack through Blanca, through fireballs. He can really rely on RC electricity.
Roll for the DP too. A lot of options.
But if he goes in, he does give Chris the opportunity. If he poorly spaced jump ins, of course they're going to get DP'd. That's not a great use of the meter, and Chris is now still sitting on a stock. Doesn't even need the super, it just needs the extra damage boost. This is Chris G's ratio 2 though, and he put it up front.
Oh, you're right. It is.
Yeah, the RC headbutt is not as good at going through the fireball as the Blanca ball. It just doesn't travel as fast, and it looks like Chris recognized that. He wasn't throwing as many fireballs against Blanca. Much more liberally here against Honda. From a closer range, Honda can do the RC hands.
Gotta
RC
get in
headbutt
first, though.
works from there.
But just keeping the fireball pressure pretty good to keep him out a little bit.
Chris is really testing Renegade's RC inputs, and Renegade is showing that he doesn't really want to commit to the move. Okay. Oh, never mind.
Bottom midair.
Never mind. Never mind.
Oh, he meant to do 100 hand slap there or not. Wasn't sure.
Now that Chris has recognized that he's got the RCs, he's just trying to bait them a little bit and punish them. Okay!
That was like 2 or 3 pixels away from hitting him. That was close.
Yeah, and the extreme delay there from Chris was to ensure that the invincibility from the roll cancel had been completed, and he got it. Reach for the scabs. So that's Chris's ratio 2 down.
He's got ratio 2 Bison, which is about as dangerous as it comes.
Yeah, this is essentially an even matchup at this point. But C-Groove Bison is really not the common character. He does not make use of that meter exceptionally well. But the level 3 is always a threat.
Stun though. Oh, misses. That's a good chance to get punished. Didn't quite optimize it.
That level 3 means if you jump at him, you're definitely just going to give away a lot of meter. Oh, that was counter hit. He was pressing a button.
Yes.
Wakes up in a level 2 to escape the danger, but not a lot of life left for Renegade.
Yeah, at that point, close to chip.
Wow, out-strategized Chris G moving on over Renegade. Put Renegade into a really tough position where he went to C-Groove, weird team, didn't work out for him. Let's see a couple of highlights from that one.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Super delayed, super
so
in the
delayed.
face. He was on the side of the screen just actually baiting for that. That was a long time call out coming to fruition there.
Okay, well, with that, the much more venerated, much more well-known, much more knowledgeable living encyclopedia that is CVS2, that is Renegade, will be taking over the mic now at this point. So I'll be, this is Cleric Style. Thanks for the man for, he's sub-in for a few minutes. I'll give it back to Renegade, get to hear his infinite knowledge and enjoy it. So thanks, Sonic.
Thank you. Did you hear that, Renegade? I heard you have infinite knowledge.
Infinite knowledge? I don't know about that. I tried my best. The C-Groove switch was just trying to. I just had an idea that I was just gonna try to turtle him out.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Saw that. I was witness.
Yeah. I mean, it's just really when I play. Well, I play in Iori as well, and his just seems a lot more aggressive and effective than mine, especially in a mirror. So that puts me at odds to what am I going to play, and it's hard to short drop Chris. Like he can react and anti-air you every time. So it's like, well, maybe I can just turtle it out, but
not today.
Not today. All right. Well, here we got Muffin Man and CEO Jabali, K-Groove versus K-Groove.
Interesting that Jabali chose to start his Hibiki. This is not a great matchup for her, but I think he wanted to put his Cammy, the more valuable character for him so far today, in the middle and ensure her like a better shot.
Yeah, well, and the I mean also, she wants to avoid Bison as well. It's really tough to be a Hibiki against the Cammy Bison team.
Yeah.
So Jabali's already in the corner and flashing. Let's see if he's going to pull out. Either one of them can pull out a super at any time.
Yeah, I think Hibiki might have been able to get punished. There
it is.
There's the punish. A lot of lag time on that slash.
Yep. I believe it is negative 17 frames. It's a long time.
Yeah. Minus 17 on
block.
Jab one, and I think minus 19 on media punch. Ooh. Maybe reversed.
All right, so
minus a lot.
Minus a lot. So Bison comes up. Bison has the ability to punish her and on her bread and butter on a lot of different angles. Oh, didn't get it that time.
Right, and the bread and butter you're speaking of is the combo into the slash. But what Bison has in that matchup is that he can jump over her a lot and cause her anti-air to whiff.
Also, a way you can make the Hibiki bread and butter safer is to slow down the combo.
True.
To link the shorts instead of chain them in order to space the character farther away.
Yeah, it just makes it harder to punish. This is exactly where Jabali made his way to top 8, rushing down with Cammy, getting in the opponent's face, and then forward and heavy punch for all that it is worth.
Yeah. You either get like the most positive move in the game or you get her throw. It's really a win-win.
Nice! Beautiful string from Muffin Man. Pops the guard and a full K-Groove super, but he's activated Jabali.
That's hurt. Wow, that's a good use of the teleport to get out there. You never see that.
Even when Jabali messes up, things threaten to go back to his way. Nice, nice chip from Muffin Man to get things back into control.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight.
Jabali just down to this Blanca.
Also, something to be aware of. You guys noticed it earlier. Blanca takes extra hits from the Mega Psycho Crusher, so it does even more ridiculous damage. But he doesn't get a chance to use it there. But one thing he does have, he has that K group meter almost to the full, so we can probably get 2, maybe 3 K group activations in this round if he's lucky. We'll see how it goes. Doing that chip.
Nice JD, Muffin Man.
Pretty clutch there. It is. I mean, it's one hit, so it's fairly easy if you know what to do. But the key is that he didn't do a move before then, because that would have made him get hit.
Exactly.
Nice. That's actually can be linked doing that the short uppercut there. He's stunned. This should be it. Sagat.
Yeah,
Doing Sagat things.
Yeah, he's a kickboxer that knows how to run. You can't. There's not a lot that you can do about that.
Isn't Sagat running at you the scariest thing? Like he crosses his arms and he's just like, 7'4" of muscle mass just barreling down at you.
And if you don't do anything, you know you're going to get guard crushed, and it's not going to take very long. So you're forced to start trying to press some buttons.
I want you guys, everyone, to know is guard crush is an amazing mechanic. It makes you panic, and we need it back in games.
Definitely induces panic. So this is ordered. Actually, he dropped Tabiki.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is a tough team for her to go against. So he pulls the Sagat and goes full CBS. It's CBS versus CBS. Just one is Bison.
We already see the difference. Jabali looks a little bit less comfortable with Sagat. He's whipping some buttons.
Oh,
he's taking some
the
huge
big
guesses,
damage.
but that one works out in his favor.
I got super indeed. Tiger Genocide is Sagat's most damaging super by far, with 10% bonus from the rage. Does hurt a pretty penny.
Massive damage. Jabali with the kicker switch, working out for him.
Yeah.
See what Muffin Man's response is.
Nice uppercut.
Underused K groove Bison. Normally see less charge characters in the run grooves. Of course, you have to run and give up your charge, but nice. Doesn't matter in this case.
Yeah, he went for a good confirm there, but leaves him alive with a pixel of life. I can't actually see his life, but it's gone now.
It's gone.
One thing that is great about K Groove Bison is that you can, in K Groove and in P Groove, you can parry or just defend one frame before you can block. So when you do specials that are what I like to call semi-safe, in the realm of like -4 or whatever, you can JD before you can block and create lots of advantageous situations and free JDs for yourself.
Can't get them comfortable blocking against the K Groove Cammy though. She can crush the guard so quickly.
Actually, when you just defend her close fierce, that actually leaves you in a worse position.
Yep. Not somewhere you want to be, but Muffin Man does avoid the K Groove meter.
I like his use of the close fierce there as an anti-air. That comes out the spacing dependent to get that to come out, but he used that to cover the area over his head, which is usually a weakness against of Bison. Oh, he put himself in the corner and gets crossed up there. He's looking at stun if he gets hit one more shot.
So that was actually an excellent series of electricities from Jabali, starting with the punish.
It's always risky to hit buttons against a K group player when they're raged. That super can come anytime. That's what I was talking about right there. He did the 2-hit scissors, which is usually can be punished by Blanca low short, which is a 3-frame move. He gets that free meter and a little bit of life. It didn't work out that way, but over a long course of games, that can add up.
We've seen this one a lot today. Blanca just doesn't want to be in a position where he's forced to block against the guy, especially without an RC available.
Yeah.
Empty jump into the low. The guard bar is mounting The damage is mounting. All he has, Jabali, is a K-groove meter, and he just
Yeah,
let
he
that
just
one
wasted
go. Wow, he backdashed.
Yeah,
He could have got clipped in that backdash.
Yeah, but
That'll
he
do it.
gets the uppercut and he takes the game. One of the that's pretty good. You know, it's a good showing from both players there. Jabali takes 5th place, tied with a certain Renegade, and then
Let's take a look at a couple of highlights from that.
All right.
Before we take a break.
okay, here we go with the cross up forward, and he breaks the guard and then goes immediately into the Mega Psycho Crusher.
Excellent guard breaks here. He's really paying attention to the guard meter there. Got the full damage off of that super.
All right, and here, we have the Wake Up Tiger Genocide for the massive damage.
Sometimes you gotta just pull the trigger, man. Sometimes you gotta just do it.
I mean, I respect it. The stones it takes to pull the trigger on Tiger Genocide, literally Sagat's only unsafe super.
Yes.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Well, the Tiger Cannon high can be ducked, but
Yeah.
but the Tiger Cannon low and the Tiger Raid are very, very hard to punish, if not impossible. Tiger Raid, finicky. But anyway, for him to go all in on the damage, he puts all his chips in the middle of the table, and he's like, "This is gonna work. I'm gonna
We
hit
wanted
you."
the damage.
Yeah.
We wanted the damage. We want to take a moment, though, to thank Brawlhalla for their support here at Combo Breaker. Check out the Brawlhalla World Championships coming this November. It'll be live from Atlanta, Georgia, and there's a $100,000 prize pool available. And as well, thank you to Adark.
Yeah, well, you can use code CB2017. That's Combo Breaker 2017 for 10% off store-wide at Adark.
Plus free shipping, and as well, you can get 10% discount off of XSplit, one of the most tried and tested streaming software suites available. Use the discount code CBreaker this weekend.
Yeah,
Thank you for your support.
I've used XSplit. Everybody's used XSplit. It's very great.
That's what I use.
All right, here we go. We have Muffin Man versus Chris G, who's got a K group versus N group matchup. Who you like?
Chris has been looking pretty good today, but I think Muffin Man is really looking like the experienced of the two. You see how I didn't commit to an answer right
Yeah,
there?
that's
That's how
great.
you do it. That's how you do it.
I also like that Muffin Man has somewhat an unorthodox play style, which I think Chris might have a tough time trying to adapt to. Also, he's looking I mean, the matchups, as far as what's on paper here, is not in Chris's favor.
No, sir.
So,
Situations like that, a lot of it will come down to who gets that first win. Putting yourself in a position to have a few good matchups, a few better matchups than what the character select screen dictates.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a very dominating round from Muffin Man. He's got about 80% of his meter ready to go, and he gets one of the most threatening characters on Chris's team out of the way.
And that was the unorthodoxy that you were talking about, man. He was all over the place with those head stomps.
Yeah.
It's not something that most non-roll cancel Bisons are going to.
And, you know, Bison's like a very, very good character even without painting the fence. That's
Big
a punish. One of the fastest supers in the game, Mega Psycho Crusher. It's, you know, it can punish most laggy moves even at a distance.
Chris G still fighting strong with the second character.
Mm-hmm.
Got the level 3 available.
I think Muffin Man's just being outpatient. He's letting him come in. He's like, all right, come on in, and I'm going to let you hang yourself here.
And he can cover so much space with the short jump roundhouse, the short jump strong, double strong.
That was nice. When you do the double strong there, it covers the entire jump arc. He's able to block the level 3 there. But you do the one on the way up and the one on the way down, so it basically does anti-air and air to ground. Very great. And also a confirm into a combo, which is hard to do in short jumps because you have that extra lag.
He even baited out the level 3 from Chris there, so he took some meter on his way out.
Yeah, Muffin Man is fully in control of this match here. Oh, misses it. Okay, he doesn't get that punish. I mean, it's
a sigh of relief for Chris that he went for that, so he doesn't have to deal with the raged up Bison. So he does finally get that Bison down. But
Yeah.
it's not in a hugely better position up against Sagat.
This is Ryu's worst match. It's just the fierces are really hard to get around, especially if you're not doing like roll cancel fireballs or anything. Nice throws, gets him in the corner. And then now he's in the corner, doesn't have anywhere to go. Low forward and tire can seals it.
Tiny delay on that low forward, and he actually got himself a counter hit.
Oof. Just leaves you enough time to make a mistake. Get clipped. I mean, that's the thing about this game. It's you know, if you lose your train of thought for a second, or you accidentally just hit a button out of instinct, you're like, oh, I got him, and then you get that counter hit, and it leads into so much damage.
Yeah, footsie buttons are good. Footsie buttons into supers are very good. So just like the mid-range button game, the neutral game is comparatively very rewarding in CVS2.
It really, CVS2 is a game about supers. They do so much damage, and they dictate the flow of the match so much, because it can just turn around an entire round just on one super.
In most grooves, you have the ability to build the meter on your own, which forces the action in some cases.
All right, gets the roll through there, and puts him in the corner with the Rekka combo.
Chris trying to stay active with Yori, get himself out of the corner, but the cross-up.
Misses the combo, though. Bison can cross you up from full screen. His jump is that big.
All three of his jump kick buttons cross you up. Huge cross-up ability.
Chris doing a little bit better this round. Just being able to get a couple of bread butter combos, dealing with the head stomps a little bit better. All right.
The short jump roundhouse from Bison is hell to deal with.
It's really, really good. I mean, if you look at the hitbacks, it's just one big fat rectangle on the bottom of them, and it also crosses up. Something that Capcom doesn't do anymore. Cross up roundhouses, like so much damage. Trying to fill each other out here, doing those run jabs and the flip kicks, which is negative but very, very hard to punish. That is easy to punish.
Yeah.
You don't really see the teleports that much because it's pretty slow, and the locations where Bison can teleport is based on where your opponent is.
Really like how Chris didn't overcommit there, got himself back a nice chunk of energy. Plenty of meter to work with.
Yep. The more time you have left on the clock, the more life you get back, just like KOF. Oh, doesn't get the roundhouse there. Kim is powered up. Chris is really aggressive with all of his team, but I think he's just kind of running into a wall here with somebody who's patient enough and has quick enough reactions to counter Chris's attacks.
He did finally have the opportunity to cancel on that level 3 off of that short jump. Just wasn't looking for it, but he's still got the screen position that he wants.
Yeah. Just, I mean, Sagat's range advantage is so important. So now he's coming in, gets anti-aired for his troubles. It's very hard to short jump on Chris Chi. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh,
that meter. Nice response from Chris to at least get a knockdown.
He needed to do the counter roll, not the counter attack.
Yeah, you think he would have been able to get the punish?
Yeah, for sure. Kim's got one of the fastest rolls in the game.
Very true.
Yep, and you can even react to the flash and then do the counter roll, and you roll behind Sagat and get a full combo.
We'll have to file that one away for next time.
Yeah. Chris isn't an OG at this game. He picked it up pretty late and just sort of played it casually in the arcades before he became a competitive fighting game player. So it's really kind of marvelous that he's come as far as he has based on mostly playing other games.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can even tell by the fact that it's ratio to Anger Ryu in the back. That's just something personal, you know. That's not playing to the tier list of this game whatsoever.
Yeah, when you're playing a 16-year-old game, play what you like. Play who you like, make it work, play for fun.
Nice.
All right. that crouch fierce, the trusty uppercut.
Chris needs to be careful with those strings, though.
Yeah, he can get blown through.
Definitely a gap in that crouch forward and the fireball from earlier.
All right, manages to block that. Chris is in it. He's got that level 3 stock, see if he can land it. No, he just throws it out. He's still got the life lead. Let's see how
he's got to worry about that guard bar.
Yep.
Muffin Man is just chasing. Chris G is playing cat and mouse.
It is really frustrating seeing a Ryuko player do that. Jump hurricane kicks. Very frustrating.
It's true, but I mean, if you're up against a run Blanca, the run into the slide, that was punishable. He did not want close fierce into nothing, and that's going to be punishable on hit. Very good recognition from Muffin Man to get the combo punter. Very, very nice.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate mistake there, and Chris G is eliminated in what I believe to be 4th place. That was a good match, though. You know, Muffin Man was showing some interesting stuff that we haven't really seen that much before. But the thing is even in this stage of the game, there's still an argument on which groove is the best. There's effective, you know, ways to play every groove that suits you as a person. If you are, you know, like to, you know, sort of turtle, you like your custom combos, you got all that execution going on, well, you can do your A groove. If you want to turtle it out and just wait for that perfect poke, do all the damage, well, you got C groove. Well, if you want to RTSD, there's N groove. So there's something for everybody in this game. That's why, no matter how old it is, pick it up, play it. It's good.
If you just like running at people and you don't really care if you get hit or not, then there's K groove.
Yeah.
It's there for you.
And look, we even saw S groove here, and that was actually really effective. What he was doing, you know, doing the dodge attacks and giving extra cancelable moves. That I had never thought of that. That Honda, the stand strong, given that the cancelable ability is really good. It's easily his best cancelable normal. So here we go, Justin versus Boss. We've seen this a bunch. This is good, 3 out of 5. We're doing 3 out of 5 CBS,
Oh
dude.
my God, we're gonna
3
be
out
here
of 5
forever.
CBS. Luckily, all you people at home, when we played this game, it was 4 out of 7.
Oh my God.
Tournaments would go until the early morn.
I don't know how I survived.
Yeah, we did game time arcade, 50, 60 people, 1 cabinet.
This is why I'm old now. This is why I'm old now.
We got old just in that one tournament.
I mean, like you said earlier, Boss is always the man to beat. Over the years, Justin definitely clawed his way up into a better position, and we've seen this matchup go both ways, but Boss is definitely the man to take out here. And this is the winner's final. So
Yeah.
Justin's got the chance.
So these two faced off at 37 Reloaded, most particular, and Boss came out on top. The thing that I think that gives the Boss the advantage in this is that he's so optimal in the way he plays. He always does the best combos, the best situations, and doesn't leave anything on the table. Justin's a more conservative tournament player. He prefers being able to complete it as opposed to necessarily going for the fancy. And sometimes leaving it on the table can be dangerous. Let's see if it haunts it.
Yeah, and that being so optimal can really make the difference if you need to make a comeback. Boss is not afraid to put it all on the line, knowing that he can get the big damage when he needs it.
Yep. So, but Justin, dominated that Vega mirror right there, and he basically has a full Vega. He's gonna force Boss to blow his meter to try to take Vega out of the game.
If he's dead, he's dead.
Oh, see, Justin didn't hit a button there. When you don't hit a button when you jump, you can block low as soon as you land. And Boss was expecting a button, activated, and tried to hit him in that vulnerable period. He missed. It's good bait by Justin. throws out of the roll. Rolls are always vulnerable to throws during their entire duration. All right. So Justin makes maximum efficiency out of his Vega, taking the boss's dictator down to barely any life.
Yeah, if you win that point-to-point character matchup, then it's really about like how much can I get off of this next character before this character eventually dies. And he got about 95% off there.
I like to say you're playing with house money.
There you go.
Oh, does the roll activate? Justin doesn't fall for it and counters him out of it. And now he can go in at his leisure. He's not afraid of that activation. Justin looking good.
Yeah, he's really in a great position here. Sagat in the back against Blanca. Blanca doesn't have a meter. Not a lot more you could ask for.
Yep.
Now, really the question is, how will Justin approach this? He's got to recognize that he has a lead. Boss is the one that needs to make this win happen.
Gets the level 1, does the jump roundhouses. Oh, doesn't commit to the super that time. Didn't trust himself.
Nothing wrong with that. He's got so much of a lead that he could slow play this one.
Yeah, I like it.
He's even got that level 3 now. Boss has to be careful making with those block slides.
Yep. Knocks him out of the combo. Justin's just content to let this play out and let all of his meter burn.
But the
Ooh, world cancel through that.
Very close to the guard break.
This is not safe. Yeah, Blanca's very, very dangerous.
Footsies.
This is not anywhere close to over. He has over 50% of a bar. Blanca's custom hurts.
Yeah, and now the question is, like, Justin says, I have a life lead, but do I want to chase him down and stop him from building meter?
Yeah. A couple more fierces. He's gotta move in on him while he doesn't have it. Well, now he does. So he's got that custom. See, he wants to get that RC electricity and activate. Ooh, and he converts.
Oh, this could be it. Oh, I don't think it's going to be it. I think he's going to survive.
Oh, pixels. Oh, the Tiger Ray gets away. It's so tense. Does the chip?
Not enough.
Pixels. The crowd's going crazy. There's hyenas everywhere. Oh, the low short.
Wow, Abade from Justin.
Wow. He didn't commit to the uppercut there. He took the block and he goes to the low short.
Boss threw every micro trick that he could right there in a little bit of time.
I told you it wasn't over. Like, Blanca's so dangerous. And you're just so scared. He can activate off anything. He can convert off anything. And, Boss is very creative in trying to bring that one back. But Justin takes game 1.
The wake-up super from Justin was really smart, too. He got himself out of the corner, and Blanca doesn't have time to charge after that, so there was really no pursuit available. Now, Justin won this Vega matchup before.
Ooh.
He won it by a large margin. You can't really expect it to go down that well in every game.
He's not going to have that much of a cushion throughout this set. Both of them clawless. Now both of them equipped.
Boss goes ahead and spends it.
Yep. Just wants to get move on to the next character with a life lead. You notice they'll be doing that sort of close roundhouse after the corpse hops. That's a very good move. As immediate, it's active a long time. It can be canceled. It's just a very good move in general. Also, is Vega's anti-air.
Yep. If they're trying to jump away or something, that'll catch them.
Yep.
And this is a pretty good match for Vega. So to spend that meter early on for Boss, he's going to be comfortable with that. Justin,
yeah, it's
the cheap combo.
Yeah, look, he leaves the damage on the table. Every damage from here on is what Justin gave him.
Yeah, and of course what you're talking about is the cancel into the lightning legs, into the full link into the super.
Even doing the spinning bird kick after the last kick and then doing puffball would do solid enough damage to have killed there.
Justin's got to mind the meter. Boss has shown that he's not afraid to just randomly pop it off a jump in, but that's the full anti-air.
Wow, what a conversion. And the paint defense and the super. That's sick.
Remember earlier, Justin jumped in, no button to bait it, but this time Boss was ready.
Yep, he goes straight into the anti-air custom as opposed to the trip guard one.
Exactly.
It's a little bit harder of a confirm, but if anybody's got those confirms, it's the best in the world.
Stands strong from Bison, one of the premier tools against Sagat. Another one of those unduckable by very large character buttons.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It actually, against large characters, it's a better button than his low forward. Boss is trying to build that meter back up. He's almost got a full one.
Those jabs from Sagat that were so threatening before just don't have the same bite when you're down and when you're up against a guy that's getting an A groove meter as opposed to a K groove.
Yeah, pop. Oh, knocks him out of it. But again, he gets to keep half of the bar. He'll be back up pretty soon. Justin needs to take advantage of this opportunity. And he does. Cancel into the. He doesn't need to cancel. The dictator has been deposed. Now, the thing about Sagat, he's usually the level 2. He only needs to build up just a little bit more bar, and he also has the threatening level 2 cancel.
Yeah, but he's gonna have to worry about the A groove meter. He really had to give it to Boss. There was no way he was gonna stop him from obtaining that.
We're looking at either one landing their meter right now will most likely decide this match.
Justin is respecting the jump in activation possibility, so he's not committing to his anti-air. But Boss is recognizing that, and he's taking his liberties with these jump buttons now.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Wow.
Oof.
Really tough position for Justin here.
Yep. He went activate low short.
Yeah, you're frozen for a few frames, so jumping in like that is pretty low risk.
I would have. I'm sitting here and they're sitting there, and there's a reason for that. But you know, in my sort of commentator seat, idea, I would have challenged at least one of those jump ins. Give it an uppercut, maybe the level 2 Sagat Tiger Cannon, something to say, hey, think. Don't just come in on me.
What the reads are all about. And Boss put him on the conservative end. Now Boss is having a much better round here as Vega. Things did not go quite as cleanly in the first couple of games.
Yep.
But this is a hard match to really dominate in. You have to hit somebody to kill them so many times with claw.
Yeah, it's a death by 1,000 needles.
Yeah, he's not a huge damage character. He doesn't have a ton of reliable combos, but he's very elusive, very, very mobile, and he can punish even with just a little bit of damage from very far away. Great stuff from Boss. That's double guard break damage when you air block.
Only C Group has the ability to air block. There is some effects of what you like to call chicken blocking in this game, where you late guard something in the air and are able to punish when you hit the ground. But you do have to be aware of that extra guard damage.
Justin turning it up here with the pixels to go.
Yeah, he just kind of was trying to go in and bully him. Vega is such a good keep away character, but then all of his close normals are also very, very good. The shorts, his low forward, the close stand roundhouse being good anti-air and also cancelable. It's just a very super good character. His only weakness is, as we said, the damage is the comeback factor. But when you pair him up with A Groove, that eliminates one of his biggest weaknesses.
Takes the Vega out.
Being able to escape that round without using any meter is very good for Justin here. I want to see if Justin's going to try any of the maybe the spinning bird tricks on him here. So that's punishable. He goes to the level 1. Saves it, goes under, baits the custom. Good job.
It was just a regular old counter hit set up out of the custom, and Boss turns that into good damage.
Yep, I mean that's just really a bad break for Justin. You bait the custom, you think you've done your job, and then you get hit out of it.
If you could take this Bison out quickly, then he would be in a great position against Blanca without the meter.
Yep.
Punish. Maybe a punish on that roll. Looks like he actually recovered.
There's every character has slightly different frame data on how vulnerable they are after a roll. The best characters in the game only have 2 vulnerable frames. A character like Bison has about 3. Up.
Wow.
Chips him out there. Could have rolled, could have done a lot of things, but now his goal is to get to Bison before Bison gets that A group meter. Up. One more hit can do it, but he's got the A group. See if he can chance it. Nope. Gets anti-aired. So we got about an even match here.
Really conservative stuff from Justin there to go with the air-to-air that lowered the possibility of him getting guess activated upon.
Yeah, you would, when you go air-to-air, you hit them a lot earlier on the jump, and if they activate that high up in a jump, they wouldn't actually go through a traditional anti-air. So it makes them think.
How about A from Justin? He doesn't fall for the frame trap, breaks through it.
He goes for the level 3. He might live to tell the tale, but that's a mistake. Justin takes it with the uppercut.
2 games to Justin Wong.
Wow. That's oh.
Uh-oh.
Boss is going to the floor.
Hit the deck.
That's when you know it's serious.
It's serious time now. Can't play on this chair.
Yeah, his chair's cramping his style.
He's taking it all the way back to 2003 on this.
So
We didn't have chairs back in 2003. They just weren't available.
yeah. There's like 3 stools in the whole arcade.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to comment a little bit that at the end of that, the Justin going into straight level 3 was a mistake. If he wanted to get more damage, level 2 into level 1 would have done more damage. But again, I mean, it's not like very many people play this game and practice it to keep optimal. So you just do what you can. Again, Justin is 2 games to 1 against the best player in the world right now.
Looked really good in this Vega match. Just not letting Boss get too much of a step ahead of him. But I mean, if he keeps things even, then he will have to worry about that guess jump activate. Boss used it in the last game with great success. That's one thing that A Vega really has in this matchup that C Group is not as good with the anti-air claw super.
Yeah. That claw super has, I mean, it's good, but ooh, he baits out the custom.
Wow.
They're just about even right now.
I mean, this is just about a wash, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
They're both going to have pretty close to full meter. Yeah, this is...
Yep. Call that one a tie. It's a 0-0 soccer game.
And these guys are, at least their Vegas are quite evenly matched. One guy gets one guy gets the other, and that one is really almost a draw.
All right, takes it really quickly. But the meter is there and threatening. So one thing about Chun-Li is that you've noticed that Justin at several times has just done the level 1. Chun-Li's level 1 with the double roundhouse follow-up is one of the most efficient level 1s in the game. It does really, really good damage. It gives her a follow-up, does about 4,000, and gives her that mix-up opportunity afterwards. It's very, very good.
But the ankles, just a good guess on the activation. So much damage.
Yeah, she's getting bullied this time.
Yeah, and she does not have the wake-up tools to make a good guess.
Ooh, that could have been. I was thinking maybe he was trying to chicken block and then punish there. He could have come down with a heel stomp and knocked Bison straight out of the second pressure, but he chose the air block instead.
Looked like, yeah, he was trying to get more out of it, but the chicken guard didn't really give him too much.
All right, gets the confirm. Oh, just does the tiger shot. It has to be a miss.
It's guaranteed he'll take it one way or the other. And again,
It works
this
out
thing's
for
even.
him, but the tiger uppercut does more damage and does more meter, gives more meter. So maybe he just didn't think it would reach.
Yeah, every once in a while it won't reach, so that might have been better safe than sorry type of decision. And he puts himself into this position where Sagat against Blanca, you're pretty comfortable. As long as you can get close enough to start working those jabs, you do have the ability to jump in pretty comfortably against the non-metered Blanca.
Oh, misses the conversion there.
Rare miss from Blanca. Double hops from Boss Blanca.
All right, Justin just waited it out, was very confident that he could just not get hit there by the trickery, and now he's got the kill right there.
Yeah, now it's mix-ups between the roll through a poke or a jump over the poke.
Yeah, Boss is just running away, trying to get meter here.
Yeah, and keep himself into a position where the roll versus jump mix-up is less threatening while he builds that meter. He's staying very active, but using the electricity to build meter gets punished. That one was definitely a mistake. Level 1 was available, and I think it would have taken the thing, but Boss is pretty far from a meter at this point.
All right,
Justin
Wong.
Wong, 3-1 over Boss. Call that an upset.
That is an upset, and with the rust and with the mistakes, still able to pull it off and make it happen. Very impressive. I thought it came down to the anchors. I think over the period of the set, A Blanca just wasn't able to do his thing.
Yeah.
And Justin landed, Sagat's, bread and butter, jab, low forward, super combo all the time. And you saw Boss miss a lot of customs, whether he was just guess activating or just trying to make something happen. And Justin capitalized.
Yeah, and if there's rust, then a lot of times it's going to come down to fundamentals. We know Justin is fundamentally one of the best Street Fighter players. When this game was at its peak, of course, Boss was probably the most technical player.
Yes.
At least at his peak. But that requires being in practice, highly in practice.
One of the greatest things about CVS2 as a competitive game, there's a lot of instances where the most skilled player in the room, the person who's got the best hands, doesn't always come away with the victory. You can scrub a lot of stuff out. And that means that it's just open to all these different kinds of play styles. Some of it is design, some of it is having K groups versus A groups, but some of it is just how the game evolved.
Yeah, there's just so much stuff there that it's hard to be perfect.
All right, so now we have Muffin Man versus Boss. Have a K versus A group match. This is losers finals. This is also 3 out of 5. Okay, get to activate and nothing happened.
He's gonna get guard broken.
Yeah, K group is stuck there. It has to hold it, unless he becomes a JD wizard. He is stuck there holding the custom. The most dangerous character in the entire game to any K group player is A Sakura. I'm sure that Boss can play it if he feels he's at risk in this set. We'll see. I doubt it.
He's up with Bison already. And he's so good at building the meter with Bison, using the RC double reverse.
Yeah. I mean, okay, he activates and gets stuffed out of it for his trouble.
He still keeps 50% of the meter, like you said, but that's a punish.
That is a punish
Yeah.
of the devil's reverse.
Yeah. If that thing whiffs and you're anywhere close, then you will eat the level 3. We've seen a lot from Muffin Man today. It's a lot of experience. He clearly knows his characters and knows the positions that they're strong in.
And heads up play. I mean, he obviously had seen Boss, gain meter using the devil's reverse before, and he knew what to do. Now, if, Cammy can still, do some bullying damage when she gets in there.
And if you're going tit for tat, Vega versus Cammy, the woman always wins. He can use this to at least whittle down that K group timer.
Yeah. And leaves her alive.
If he had just let that thing rip, boy. Oh man.
Yep. I cannot tell you how many times tournament lives have been ended by just K Groove super out of nowhere.
Let it rip.
Let it rip. It is the ultimate salt generator. All right, gets the JDs, those anti-airs. That is one thing about Vega's anti-airs is they're very easy to JD. So he has to vary them up. He has to go for the jump air throw. He has to, cancel into the flip kick, something like that.
Yep.
It's
a little bit tougher for him to guard these short jumps. So you see Boss falling back a little bit in his spacing.
Yep. And so all short jumps have landing lag, just like as if you, even more than if you were to attack. So that was free. Roll cancels through that tiger shot there. We haven't really seen a whole lot of let's call them flashy roll cancels in this set, or in the top 8 so far. It's just been a lot of, a little stuff here and there.
Yeah, that was a good one though, to go through the fireball. I think he used the strong punch version there. I think the heavy punch version might not have gotten there quickly enough.
Yep. It does most of the damage on the extend of the claw. All right, here we go.
This battle is about to
Have this K Bison, A Bison mirror. Not something you see every day.
No, but the RC Psycho Crusher is going to be an ace tool in this matchup. It'll stop the short jumps very reliably. You can fire it off very quickly. Don't need even great reactions to be able to utilize it.
Yeah. RC Psycho Crusher is not something that you think about as a dominant roll cancel move in this game, but it really is. It covers so much space so quickly, and most of the time, the worst punish that you can get is just the fierce.
Yep. But once you're K'd up, you're doing so much extra damage. Muffin Man is in a fine position.
Yep. And for all these at home that just say, oh, whenever they get rage, I'm just going to turtle up. 35% extra damage gets added to throws too. So you eat 2 throws while someone is K'd up. It's basically like you just ate a super. Oof. Didn't complete the chain there. Running down a time.
Oh, he baited it.
Wow. That was great. No matter what happens here, oh well, that's slightly unfortunate. There's got to be a win for Muffin Man to get Boss's Dictator off of the screen.
That's a huge turnaround. He got even the meter out. Of course, it wouldn't be as useful for Vega, but I mean, just to get Boss to panic for a second is going to be a small victory for him.
Yeah. So we have Cami versus Vega. I think one of the, Vega is one of the characters that can keep Cammy at bay, kind of keep her like from going too ham, as it were, just running in and hitting fierce all the time.
Yeah, you can keep her at bay, but you are not doing any damage, and ever so slowly that K group meter is building up.
Almost all of the JDs. I believe if you were able to JD that last hit, it would have been punishable.
Now you have to play perfectly, or do you decide to use the custom to whittle down the K group meter? There was one opportunity for Muffin Man.
Yeah, every one of those stand roundhouses can be canceled to Cammy's level 3 super. It's a quick cancel. It's not necessarily easy, but it can be done.
Boss weathered that storm. Oh, what a nice juggle from Boss.
Takes Cammy out of the game.
Rarely see that one.
Yeah, that was a nice confirm. You don't see that every day. So Muffin Man's got to basically make something happen here. He needs to get Boss's Vega out without activating his K groove. That short jump is the way to do it. Misses the opportunity there to get the anti-air.
dance around mid-screen, and then will I jump or will I
Yeah.
walk up strong?
That's a boss is playing with house money there, and he won that bet.
Yeah, it's tough stuff for Sagat to deal with, but he only needed to do a little bit of damage. And right back into this familiar matchup, Run Sagat against A-Groove Blanca.
All right, boss is just going in. Oh, tosses him out of the wake-up roll cancel electricity.
Defeats the short hop with the up ball. But Muffin Man is not content to play the defense. He's not going to let Boss run over him, but Boss recognizes the propensity to press buttons, activates custom combo.
Activates through the low fierce.
Yeah.
And gets him. Yeah, so for those viewers at home, if you want to go back and play it in slow motion, you can tell that Boss was thrown out of wake-up electricity. You saw Blanca glow just for a second, and then Sagat just throws him. So you are still vulnerable to throws, and you lose your sort of wake-up throw invulnerability when you attempt to roll cancel, and that's what happened there. And also, electricity doesn't come out instantaneously either, so you're basically just betting. All right, so Muffin Man with a groove and character switch here. Now he's going to A-Groove Ken.
Saw him play this a little bit earlier. Wow. Definitely fell prey to that one. And automatically, Boss is way more comfortable playing Bison against the Shoto. He can control the space so much better.
Yeah.
He's still got that custom available. I think he might be looking for it now.
Muffin Man isn't a slouch on this one.
There it is. He goes ahead.
He's gonna wait. He's gonna counter after there. See, when you counter after the halfway point, it takes more of their meter away. Oh, he goes up, but is not punished for it. So what is he doing? He's roll canceling that funky kick there. So Ken has his ST kicks. They make for very, very good roll cancel moves. They're safe on block. Take up a lot of space.
Boss got himself to the meter, but he just wasn't able to land it. He kind of guessed with that hop, activate crush short, thought he would be able to bait out a button. Let's see what Muffin Man can do with house money on this Ken.
He bets it there. I don't know. I don't like it. Although, so we got Ace Sagat. It's something you don't see very often.
He's got an anti-air custom.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to use it. He's got Bison in the back, so I think he's just going to be using this guy as a battery.
Yeah.
But I mean, combos in the level ones with Sagat, not too bad, not too shabby.
Yeah, does pretty solid damage. He does have a custom where you basically do uppercut cancel to the rollover, but this is the least, the groove you see Sagat in the least in.
Oh, he committed to the button. Boss goes ahead and spins the meter for the anti-air. Again, not a ton of damage on this character, but at this point, Boss will take it. The man got ahead of himself with that setup. He was in a good position there. He's opening the door.
Muffin Man's using RC Tiger shots.
Yeah, he looks warmed up with the fireballs now. He threw a couple of RC fireballs with Ken as well.
By the way, they're still bad.
They're not good. Tiger shots, RC Tiger shots, doesn't really matter.
It makes them slightly more usable, but yeah. So with Muffin Man, his decision is whether he wants to sort of pay.
Oh, opportunity, but he'll still get it.
Oh, does not isn't add up to painting the fence as Boss is, but he still makes to make it count.
Yeah, still got that W. And Blanca versus Bison is not very fun at all for Blanca.
Yeah, Bison has some really, really good guard strings against him that he can make his scissors safe at all the time.
That stand strong button that we talked about against Sagat earlier is also great against Blanca. The RC Psycho Crusher anti-air is going to be very strong. It's really hard for Blanca to be able to punish that because the only move that he has is going to go across the screen like that is Blanca ball, and he'll lose his charge.
He's just going from corner to corner via Psycho Crusher.
Just got to watch out for that electricity, though.
Yeah.
You
He got it. Commentator's curse or blessing?
I mean, I literally warned him. He's like, right there.
He said, watch out for that electricity.
Boss.
See ya. Boss gets his rematch.
Oh, man. Can you just win, Justin? Like,
Whatever.
it's going to take forever.
I want this to go to distance.
Mr. Wizard is falling asleep right now.
3 out of 5, 3 out of 5. We're going the distance. We're going to get 10 games of CBS 2 if fighting game gods be willing.
Get ready. 10 games of CBS 2. Oh, my God. What is happening? Oh, what is life?
This is beautiful. It's beautiful, Ski.
This is true love we're making.
It is. And here's the stage.
This is a true love we're making. But this is a button check we're having, though.
Yeah. Don't you ever despair to CBS 2 and wanting it to stop being played.
I mean, there's just so many other games here that need to use the stage as well.
Oh, I mean, I think this is the last one tonight. Is it?
I'm just saying, man. It's 10 games of CBS 2 are not going to go by fast. Well, I think I'm going to be rooting for Justin.
Well, I'm going to be rooting for Justin regardless.
He's got his work cut out against him, though, for him, though. Like, if there's anybody that can win 3 games out of 5 and 3 games out of 5, is this guy right here. Boss, the innovator. Boss, the king of CBS 2.
Yep.
In the earlier set, the Vega-Vega matchup split very evenly. We'll see if Boss has made any adjustment here after playing a couple more matches and losers and see if he can get himself up to a better position.
Yeah, it's really just hard to, you know, as you were saying, it's just really hard to dominate this match. Just back and forth, just ticks, 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 and not a whole lot of damage. Both of them would rather pass on their meter to the next character.
Exactly. It becomes very strategic in that respect. And we even saw Boss use his V meter or his A meter with Vega, kill the Vega, and still end up losing the set in the end.
You've been commentating too much Street Fighter V, Ski.
There's just too many damn letters in Street Fighter.
Now, stops the slide with that stand forward. That's pretty good tech.
Yeah, it's good against those moves that come in low.
There it is again. It's such a call out too. It's like, I know what you're going to do. I'm just stopping it. Just don't do that.
Yeah, this is like footsie's the game, just Vega.
Yeah, but I mean, like what these players are recognizing is that at that range, the slide is literally the only thing Vega can do.
It's one of the best feelings with Vega when you do stand light in a rolling crystal flash. You're like, yes, guaranteed chip damage. Yes, this is some real damage with this character. Oh.
Guard break into low forward, flip kick. Oh, and then only uses the level 1, which is smart there, and takes Vega out. Without meter, Chun-Li essentially has a pistol with no bullets. So keeping her stocked with meter is very important to keeping her effective in CBS too.
Boss whipping those crash medium kicks to just slowly build that meter up. Giving respect to Justin's reactions. He's not going for the double reverse.
Good punish there with the sweep, catching Bison's psycho legs.
That string, though, the stand strong and the fireball is not going to be something you want to use against Bison with charge.
Oh, catches him with the cross-up roll.
Give him the okie doke.
See, like, that's the thing. Over the long term, we've seen a lot of these activations not pan out for Boss. Normally, you know, he's taking the gambles, and he normally wins. But in this case, Justin's taking and missing. Now, granted, he still died there, but it's a trend that Boss is not getting the first opportunity A group activations on Justin.
Counters to stand heavy with the RC Psycho. Justin can't trade. He's down a character.
Yeah, this is a tough, without meter, this is a very, very tough match for Dictator. He just doesn't, only does the level 1, thought it would kill, doesn't kill though. All right, punishes the roll with the low short, that's good. Justin conserved the meter and it paid off. I probably would have banked it, but He wanted that level 2 for Blanc.
Yeah, that's the decision that he's making to try to make the comeback. You know, he has to play a little bit more gambly, try to get a little bit more out of all of his resources because he's down.
Yep. Ooh, he finally commits to the uppercut there. I like it.
And remember in that earlier set, like you said, it came down to the anchors quite a bit. Justin rolls through.
And he's gonna. Oh, he saves it. He doesn't even cancel it. Leaving damage on the table again. But is it going to matter?
The electricity is still a threat. Oh, gotta watch for the mix-ups, double mix-ups. Oh my God! How did he block that?
Wow, that's great from Justin. Now he's got the level 2. Blanca doesn't have any meter. It's gonna be tough.
Chip is available.
Comes
Wow.
in, and Justin takes game 1.
Oh my God. Oh.
How much is he gonna leave on the table and still win?
It's Justin Wong, man. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
He takes what's guaranteed, and sometimes he doesn't even take that. It's good enough.
It's just amazing. I mean, the key point of these sets and these games is Boss not converting his A group combo.
Exactly, especially with Blanca in the back. He's had these opportunities that he's dropping. And that's what, when it comes down to the anchor matchup, all Justin needs to do is find one good roll through, jab, jab, short, super, and that's money.
Boss is gambling. Justin is confirming.
And he's not even taking the hard confirm, not even jab, jab, low forward. He's just doing jab, jab, short. This Vega matchup, at this point, it's almost meaningless. It's been such a wash. Both characters are pretty much dead at the end.
I
second characters come
we could
through
just
with meter.
just fast forward with full meters.
So yeah, just trade Vegas for like an immediate meter for the next character, because that's how it's been.
Well, you know, Boss is as we say that, Boss has a significant life lead.
If you can get a lead in this matchup, it really has the potential to pay dividends. It's been such an even set aside from that.
All right, Footsie's in there. Catches the whip.
So Vega gets to jump a lot because he's got jump fierce and jump roundhouse that both hit at different angles, but are both very tough to anti-air. Plus, he can empty jump in or jump over you. And all of this myriad of options makes anti-airing tough, especially for a character like Vega.
Yeah, and he has such a quick and high jump too. He's basically, whenever he jumps in, he's coming in on top of you with his claw in your skull. So it's tough to anti-air for almost any character in this game. All right, gets the confirm, gets the level 2. Just goes to level 1, and it does work that time. It does enough damage.
Sure, why not? Whatever.
Vega started playing the flute. He had his mask off.
As long as you kill the character.
Yeah.
He's got to be really careful. He saw the anti-air custom locked and loaded for Boss's Bison.
Yeah, right now. Yeah, here we go. It's probably dead Chun-Li.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Got him.
Perfectly done.
I can't do that.
I've never been able to do that. I can do Sakura's a little bit, but there's a cheating method for you guys at home who want to try to paint the fence. The best way to do it is a Dragon Punch every single time. But if you just basically do repeated fireballs, the game thinks you're doing repeated Dragon Punches. But you can notice that it's cheating, and they'll do only 3 hits per.
Yeah, you're canceling so fast that you don't really get the full hits.
Yep. So if you can, he did a lot of work here with a meterless Bison last time. Let's see if he can come back on this one.
Oh!
Does the long distance confirm? Oh, and he misses it.
This is great for Justin.
Yeah, this is working out pretty well.
Wow.
He's gonna get about a fierce worth of health back, and that was great. And the thing is using the level 3 there was good, because at that distance you need the level 3 to travel that fast.
Great position. Boss is very far away from the meter, and it looks like he's not going to play that game. He's just going to try to fight it out.
Yeah.
Justin very close to a level 2. He's going to need to land some real hits, though.
Yeah, he's getting messed up here. I think he went for the throw there. He wanted to try to throw him out of the RC electricity.
Yep.
When you miss the throw, you get that stand fierce, and Boss punishes it.
Yeah, Boss decided to forego the meter game, went for the hard reads, and everything paid off.
You know, it is really hard, but as meterless Blanca, just to go in on Sagat.
Yeah.
Normally, Blanca wins against Sagat by either using his meter or keeping Sagat at bay with his low fierce and low roundhouse, which slightly outrange Sagat's moves.
And he's been doing that, but Justin has been finding those great psychic rolls through the limbs. So in that last round, Boss chose to neutralize them by just going at him and not playing the long-range poke game. So we're back to this Vega-Vega matchup.
Which I love. It's great.
I mean, it really... We kind of minimized its importance before, but it really does set the tone for who's going to be ahead in the remainder of the game. It's been a wash so often, but if you can get that slight lead, the next matchup can really go in your favor.
Yeah, most of the time, whenever somebody's come out of the Vega Maya match with a significant lead, they've won that game.
Yeah, and it'll be better for Boss than it will be for Justin, just because the Vega against Chun-Li is much better than the Vega against the Dictator, the Claw versus Dictator. But it's again, these guys are just going back and forth, finding good jumps, finding good pokes, finding good slides.
They're just like trading blows here. This is like a Rocky movie. They just block him with their face.
Yeah. And if neither guy is really too antsy to use the meter to get out ahead, which is what we've seen in the majority of these sets, that's how it's going to end up.
Yep. See, I don't really necessarily agree with that.
He's feeling the heat.
Yeah, I mean I think that's a panic move right there. You know, like you can kill Vega with a throw or anything there, and you burn your entire meter. And now Chun-Li's coming in; she's locked and loaded, and you need to build that meter back. Now, Boss is comfortable building that meter. He starts his character for a reason most of the time.
Look at how much meter he's getting. He's throwing in those banishing fists. What's it called? Psycho banish. Psycho banish in between after the knockdowns for extra meter.
We call it the paint swipe. Just a swipe.
One swipe, just one swipe.
Ooh, got that long, stand strong. Ooh, and he misses it. That's the first one he's dropped. Luckily, his bacon is saved by the lack of meter there.
Yeah,
so
you got to think that had Boss had the meter, he wouldn't have taken the chance, but because he knew he wouldn't get punished with a full custom, he went ahead and went with it. Looking for something a little bit more guaranteed now is Justin. Wow.
Wow, that was random.
Good lord.
Doesn't punish there. You can punish with either of her roundhouse buttons. He's getting that stand strong.
You can punish with the super out the other way too, but that's strategy. That's Boss taking the match into a position where Justin feels like he has an advantage, where he can create an advantage, and that's when he springs the trap.
Yeah. That was a more effective one there. Leaves his Bison at a big disadvantage here. I mean, so I think Justin is going to try to kill him without using any meter. Each of those Devil's Reverses can be supered, by the way. Boss was basically daring him to do it.
Yeah, go ahead and use the meter.
Yeah.
And then you won't have it against Blanca, but Justin, nonplussed about all that stuff, held his ground, played the little defensive wall, and now he's in a great position against Blanca. Again, the psychic roll, this time it doesn't work out, rolls right into the electricity.
I think he missed that one. That's why he did the roll. He's going really aggressive here. See, there's that anti-air crouch fierce I was talking about that as a very important tool for Blanca to keep Sagat at bay.
Justin now needs to be careful with jumping in with the chicken guard. He can get guard broken by the slide from Blanca.
Ooh, that is punishable by super. That is.
He can't block. He can't roll. He'll get punished. Strategery again from Boss, putting Justin into a no-win situation.
My mind is blown. Blocked Blanca ball. any level Tiger Cannon punishes Blanc Ball, leaving it on the table.
It's too fast for him, man. The match was going too fast. Didn't give him any time to think.
Yeah, I mean, even a level 2 into a Tiger Shot would have taken a lot of damage off, and you had the level 1 gain it back.
Yeah.
But you know, that's why they play the games. You can't play them perfectly. Sometimes mistakes happen.
Exactly. I mean, it was definitely the threat of the guard bar was giving him just that extra bit of like cognition time, and he wasn't ready with the punish that you mentioned.
Yeah, you don't normally think that you're going to be punishing blocked Blanca balls when you're playing the best player in the world.
Exactly. Slip it through one time.
Sometimes I hear this training mode track in my sleep.
Yeah. It's definitely. I definitely spent a lot of time in this training mode.
There's so much to figure out in this game.
2 steps ahead.
Yeah. All right, so that's about as convincing a win as Vega's had ever since the first game of the winners finals. Now he's coming in with full life, but no meter.
Yeah, the name of the game now is really make sure that Bison comes in with a meter and everything else is bonus damage.
Yep. Oh, that's punish. Oh, and he drops it.
So roll through the roll cancel. Justin just wasn't ready with the punish. Justin is trying to go for these psychic rolls through the laggy limbs.
He's getting some hits. He's not going all the way and confirming them.
Exactly, and the thing is, if you roll through, then you still have to hit the 2-frame link if you're not close enough for the crush, jab, stand, fierce. And we haven't really seen anybody going for that today. Justin doesn't bite.
Yep.
Good chip damage from Boss, and now Justin can't block. He's going for the guard break with the meaty slide, taking away his side charge. Not that he needs it.
He doesn't have a side charge.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just taking away. He's just
down
making it hard for him. Down up wouldn't have done anything, so he's just messing with his inputs, I guess. Justin could have woken up with a puffball super, but he didn't want to spin the meter.
And Justin normally doesn't roll cancel.
Yeah, you're right about that.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight.
Okay. So, Justin got a lot of work headed out of him. Otherwise, Boss is going to take this set. Which I don't want to see happen until Game 5.
It's a lot of psychic rolls that you need at this point. You can get the mix-ups off of the Dragon Punch with the double roll into the ambiguous side stuff. That's the kind of stuff that Justin needs at this point.
Oh. Wow.
That works out for Justin.
What a turn of events.
The mix-up was good for Boss, but he didn't follow through with the custom. Yeah, he just messed it up.
Yeah. These hurt.
He's got the meter back already.
Yeah.
The guard break is there.
Oh, he goes all in. And we have a reset. I'm really sad it didn't take 5 games to reset.
Boss is hulking up.
Yep. I mean, he's been on the floor for a while. He derives his power from the ground like an ant.
Well, if he loses any more games, there's nowhere lower for him to go, at least in Justin's favor.
I mean, maybe he could like stomp through the floor, go onto the stage.
But that's the reset.
Yeah.
Grand final set, CVS 2, Justin Wong and Boss.
Woo! This game is awesome. It's one of my favorite stages, by the way. You gotta love the polar bears and the seals.
Coca-Cola polar bears.
The boat coming in. Why are people getting off here? I don't know. It looks really cold.
And another thing about this matchup is the wall jump plays so well, and if you get cornered that you're able to get yourself out, it's why it's so hard for either Vega to get a foothold. But this time it's going Boss's way again.
Yeah. uses the activate.
Yeah, but it was an empty jump from Justin.
Oh, nice tech there, and all of it's gone. But it may not matter. He got his claw back. You don't see that one very often. It's quick, but very, very punishable.
Yeah.
Had Justin would just been holding back, that would have been a free slide.
Never ready for that the first time.
Nope. This good run that Boss has been having has been fueled by this particular bad matchup for Justin.
Yeah, he's really settling into things here. He's been getting great mileage out of the crouch fierce anti-air, and that opens up the ground game quite a bit once Justin's jumping is shut down.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a prayer. Yeah. Left it on the table there. That should have been a dead Vega.
I think there was just more hits in the level 2 even. He just canceled it a little earlier.
Yeah.
But it'll work out.
As I said, the very first level 2 cancel I did is after the last kick, light spinning bird kick, pump one.
You'll get back a little bit of meter off of that as well.
Yeah.
Never mind that. The cross-up light kick.
Here it comes, going across the stream. And we're fence bait. KO.
That was fast. That was damn fast.
He's flexing.
This battle is about to explode.
How would you think people react to this stuff if this game was released in 2017?
I think people react pretty poorly to almost everything released in 2017, so I don't think it would be too good.
All right. So Justin really has to take advantage of this particular moment right now. Like, Boss is really keeping him at bay and getting ticks of damage in without meter. Oh, the stun.
Wow.
Oh, he goes with the level 1.
That's max damage in the situation.
Yeah. He's gonna take it.
He's just
He's on a roll.
Yeah, he's opening it up here.
I mean, being able to defeat Ratio 2 Sagat with Ratio 1 Bison with no meter. Well, aside from the level 1.
He stunned him.
Stunned him.
Stunned him.
So I think, yeah, Justin was probably chomping at the bit there. He was really trying to get in and mess him up and really taken advantage of, and that was unfortunate.
I think now, a lot of it is just coming down to this Vega matchup and establishing the momentum, putting Justin on the back foot, making Justin have to take risks to try to come back, and that's just ill-advised against a character like Vega.
Boss is on a streak. He's won several games in a row.
These guys, both of these Vegas are really taking good chances, but since they're both so learned, since they're both so experienced, they're ready and getting good punishes on these chances as well. Like, that was a good range slide, but it was just on the tip, just outside of the range.
And a lot of what makes this frustrating to deal with Vega's other characters and in the mirror is that so much that Vega does is just safe. I mean, you can't really. Oh, and he misses the claw super. He spent it all.
The momentum is really mounting.
That's a tough break.
And that's the first time we've seen Justin use meter with Vega, and the whole
aside from maybe an alpha counter or two. Yeah. That's tough. I mean, that is a great super. It does a grip of damage. It has a very narrow hitbox. Like, basically where his claw is where it hits and nowhere else. So you really have to know the sweet spot. And as we said before, Vega's jump is so high and so fast, it's tough to gauge. But Justin Chun is doing some work here, trying to get back in. Rushing down Vega.
Justin is just going aggressive now. Boss is trying to make him pay for that, but Justin slickly transitions to defense and did avoid that custom. He would have needed to use meter, I think, to punish that.
Oh, nice. That anti-air sweep, that needs to come back in any iteration of Chun-Li. Very good.
Pretty nice.
I played Alpha way too much.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's pretty nice.
Yeah. All right, so I think Justin kind of salvaged that a little bit. If he can really sort of capitalize and do some damage here, he can get back into it. If he does more damage than the other guy, I think he might win.
That's a good call, Renegade. Smart call. That did not combo, but Boss wasn't blocking his ankles. Justin gets away with one.
Oh, maybe that's why he hasn't been doing the spinning bird kick. He got punished like cleanly afterwards. Not punished, but Boss responded correctly. Justin's shaking his head, doing a little laugh.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit less solid as Boss pulls ahead.
All right, gets the throw. Now you have to think the activate's got to go. Nice. Air to air there. Ooh, he walks under him. That big, tall 7'4" man walked under that cross attempt and just said, "Watch your toes."
Clearance. 7'5".
Oh, is he?
No, the clearance space was 7'5".
Oh, okay.
So he had an inch to spare.
Oh, all right, so, okay.
Not bad at all for Justin.
Yeah. It's the Gaga's groove back.
Gotta watch out for those stray electricities. Oh, could have been one right there.
Yeah.
The thing is
There
that,
is
yeah,
one.
Boss is so good at doing the electricity where a lot of players need to whiff a medium button.
Yeah.
Boss can do it after a light button consistently.
Oh.
Missing out a couple
he's scared
opportunities.
of
Yeah,
this-
he dropped it earlier.
Yeah. Oh, that's. He went through. It's a roll cancel.
Didn't believe there was an RC there. Really tough position now for Justin.
Oh,
Yep,
falls
that's right.
through.
That was great. That was great because he was gonna get guard crushed if he didn't do anything. So this is Boss just realizing exactly what Justin's options are, what his best option is, and he put a hard bet on that.
That was impeccable play, right there. Just basically, he knew, literally put Justin in a corner and said, "I know what you're going to do, and these are what your options are, and I'm going to counter them every time."
Yeah.
And he got Justin so afraid with the whiff ball into RC electricity. That really just dominated the space there. Much so that Justin just sort of panicked and threw out, the level 2 there.
Back to this establishment matchup.
Yeah, Vega. Justin's on, Boss is, I think, on a 4-game winning streak right now.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, when he had the dominant Vega victory, it paid dividends.
Yeah, he's been able to ride that through. I mean, Zagat is doing work, but unfortunately his Chun's getting sort of beat up in the middle. All right, well, okay. Hold the phone. I was about to compliment Justin on this particular one. All right.
And the distance between a relatively safe slide and a whiff slide is just a hair, and that's one of the reasons why we're seeing so many whiff slides go punished. Might look a little bit janky, but they're really just playing right on the edge.
Yeah, and normally it's so key that, Vega's claw is so long, it's so useful to set up the perfect space for the slides. Because right at the tip of the claw, just a little bit of that, if they block that, you get pushed back, then they're at the tip of the slide range. And so that's why you see a lot of claw slide.
And this has been quite the run back for Boss. It was 3-1 in the first set. It's 2-0. Oh, wow!
Oh, wow.
Salvaging that, but not able to get the full combo. Boss, 2-0. This is match game for Boss.
Yeah, it was a tournament game. But that particular exchange couldn't have gone better for Justin. Boss loses his meter, his Vega is still alive, and this is all free damage. Just take these strongs, take these jump roundhouses to the face, and every second ticks is less life that the Dictator gets back.
Justin was looking to bait the Psycho Crusher there,
Yeah.
but the hitbox just didn't work out for him. The trade, of course, sends Vega to the bleachers, Chun-Li's in.
Yeah, if he came down with the Fierce Claw, I think that
Might have
beats
done
that.
it. Yeah, I think that would have done it.
But he came down with the Roundhouse. Chun's going in, using that strong, trying to shake hands.
Goes for it.
Yeah,
just a level 1.
That's good there.
Oh, but he's committing to the strings. Trying to overplay his hand, opens the door for Boss.
That's a huge drop by Boss. See if he can come back here.
Wow.
That in-air.
Beautiful placement on that, and Boss has worked himself up to a 50% meter after that drop already.
Oh, wow. So when is the last time we've seen Chun versus Blanca? It has been a minute.
Yeah, it's not come into play for quite a few rounds here.
So, you know, Justin is in control in this pivotal game 3 of the second set.
Can't do a lot in stopping Blanca from building that meter. She jumps so high that it's very easy for her to land on the electricity.
Yeah. Rolls out of the spinning bird kick. It's only a true block string if she cancels it from her close spheres. Jockeying for position here, trying to get this hit. Boss not letting him. He got the hit. Oh, and he didn't confirm it. It's okay because that strong hitting combo anyway. Gets the sweep.
And it's playing around that range for Justin. Will I psychic roll through your crouch spheres, or will I take an inch and then cross you up?
Oh, and he leaves it on the table. That's tough. I'm thinking like maybe he's trying to conserve the meter. And at this point, he doesn't necessarily want to use it.
You know, it's better for him to just run the clock down if he doesn't want to risk messing up that combo. At least that way, Blanca will not get any life back going up against the guy. And then it's like 1 shot, 1 kill.
Yeah. All right. Well, we go into the last character. This could be Justin Wong's last character. He does have the life lead. And I believe a level 2 into level 1 combo will almost go Blanca at this point.
We've seen him do it before. We've seen him do it all day, getting those good roll throughs, and we even saw him walk forward and just stick the crotch fierce through into the super. Justin Wong, tournament life on the line here up against Boss, who's looking to take this whole thing, working the guard bar. Both of these guys fully stocked. Justin can't block. The Ume roll won't go.
Ooh.
The neutral jumps will go,
Yeah.
but Justin spins a level 2. Now he's got to worry about this meter. Doesn't fall for the frame trap. Boss working the guard bar. Justin can't block any longer. Defense with the crutch fierce.
He needs an anti-air.
Oh, Boss with the read. He knew that it was time. Boss knew it was time, and Boss takes it. 3-0 in the loser's bracket run back. It's Boss.
That was a good one. You know, I think in that last match, I believe that Justin almost should have let his guard break early. And just take the custom. He was just so afraid. And sometimes it just when the custom is what they have to threaten you with, and you're afraid to uppercut, you're afraid to whatever. He had the life to spare. He should have just. I mean, just customed it. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So, fantastic by Boss. You can see why these players are so good and have been so good for so long, and just very, very consistent. You can play it super fundamentals. You can play it super technical. You can play this game a lot of different ways, and it's really great. You know what? I think I have to get up to the stage because I was on the top 8. So pause for a second.
Go collect yourself. We're gonna run a quick highlight while we get our top 8 up on the stage.